Hello, guys, and welcome back to A Hushed Hideaway. It's Allie. Today, we have a pretty interesting one for you. We're going to be exploring the Devil's Tramping Ground. Now, this place is located about 10 miles from Silver City, North Carolina, near Harper's Crossroad and Bear Creek. The place that we are talking about is actually 40 feet in diameter. This mysterious circular path of bare soil is said to be where the devil walks at night, contemplating his next evil deed. I know it sounds a bit cliche, and I'm not big into those anyway, but the reports on this place are quite intriguing. The area is surrounded by forest, and yet itself is known for lack of vegetation within the circle. Like literally no plants will grow there. It's just bare ground. And if that isn't weird enough, not only will nothing grow there, but they say anything built in the circle will be damaged during the night, and anything placed in this circular path will be thrown back by dawn, no matter the size, no matter the weight. Now, I don't know how true that is, but locals also have reported seeing glowing red eyes and just a feeling of weariness when within or close to the barren path. Oh, that's pretty weird for me, but a few years ago, a journalist of the Greenboro paper spent the night in a tent right in the middle alongside his two dogs to disprove the stories. I'm totally for this. Let's find logical reasons. Let's see that this is all just myth. But the reporter said that he stayed up most of the night, reporting of hearing ghostly footsteps circling his tent. He also said that one of his dogs was accounted for staring outside the screen window with a dreamy look in its eyes. That's pretty creepy, but stories of the ghostly circle also date back centuries. Written accounts back into the early 1800s, but that of oral accounts dating back before Columbus even set foot in the new land. Some stories say tribes used the spot for ceremonial rites, and another legend is that a native tribe chief was buried there and they brought soil up from the riverbed to bury him, and that is why nothing grows. These are all just legends, but in the 1940s was when the first scientists tried solving the mystery by conducting a soil test. They concluded that the soil was sterile. Absolutely nothing can grow there because the soil is just not good enough for it. But the newspapers deemed the mystery half solved because what the scientists could not figure out was why the strange circle of sterile soil existed in the first place, nor why it has persisted for centuries, about like 300 years at least. They cannot figure out why it is still to this day barren soil. Some claims that dogs tuck their tails and whimper, refusing to go inside or near the circle, seeing ghostly figures or a feeling of unease within its perimeter. This could also just be from stories of reading it and getting your anxiety up, but there's no doubt that this is still a very weird circumstance. And regardless of all the stories and all the legends and lores, it's definitely a creepy place after the sun sets. That being said, if you like to take your chances, you can camp around the circle if you're brave enough. But they do not allow any tents or fire inside the ring. That's probably a good choice. I personally, even if I'm not completely believing in it, I don't think I'd want to tempt fate in that sense. So if you do go or if you have gone, make sure to send over any weird pictures or unexplained experiences or stories you may have. We might just be able to talk about it. I love a good ghost story. I'm sure everyone else here that is listening does too. There have been many books, articles, even a movie made in 2022 of the Eerie Circle. So if you want a good mystery, make sure to check out the movie or the books. You might just want to make a trip of it. And like I said, if you do, make sure to tell me all about it. I'd be really interested in it. Today's word of the day is cryptic, which is kind of funny because it goes along a little bit with the devil's tramping ground. Cryptic is something described as cryptic has or seems to have a hidden message or is difficult to understand. Thus, so this history of the word starts with cryptine. I think I'm pronouncing that right. A Greek word meaning to hide or conceal. And not surprisingly, the word crypt literally means an underground chamber. So the devil's tramping ground is a bit cryptic in itself, if you want to have some wordplay in there. This week's fragment of fixation is a show on Netflix called Freerun. If you're a fantasy reader or just enjoy relaxing to a very intriguing story, it's about an elf mage, and it's such a great story. I highly suggest giving it a chance. It has easily become one of my favorite animes, and I absolutely cannot wait for season 2 to be released. So if you feel like it, or if you just wanting a new show to watch, maybe give it a try. Give it a try. Excuse me. And as always, if you feel inclined and never want to miss another episode, make sure to give me a like, a follow, a share. And the best way to help out is by leaving a good review. Next week, we're going to be going deep into the archives, so make sure you check back. We're going to be releasing every Monday. Make sure to follow our website, which is ahushedhideaway.com, for any updates. Get on our email subscription list, and we will try to keep everyone updated with everything. Until next story.